Welcome back to NC Bass, and I'm Landon Moore. They were on Lake Norman, putting at Pinnacle. Practice for a Queen City tournament this weekend, and I got the championship for Foothills next week. Took 2 days off work. I'm gonna fish today and tomorrow, try to practice. I'm really not sure what these fish are doing. I like their topwater this time of year. Hopefully they're biting topwater. I can cover a lot of water. Everybody talks about how great the fall is, but fall can be really hit or miss, especially in a kayak. You gotta cover water and find the fish. Excited to get the fish through the next 4 days. Hopefully find a good pattern, catch some big fish. Let's see how it goes.
Golly, how did I miss that fish? That's the 5th bite. I caught 1 fish off camera. 5 bites on topwater. They're hitting it close to the kayak. I think they're tracking it. Probably the wrong color and the water stained. Golly, that's a good one. Finally. He hit it like a good one at least. Stay down, but don't get in the tree. And he come off, man. Come on, dude. There we go. I mean, a largemouth. Get stuck on a stick and get one. Finally. Of course, it is a largie. Right when I pulled it over stick, he bit it. Finally. Not a bad one either. He wasn't fighting really. A little 16-incher. We'll take it. I was thinking about going to the sunny side, but the sun's getting on this side now too. So that fish was actually in the shade. Golly. Is that a big one? I didn't even know, and he come off too. How am I losing them? I didn't see that fish hit because I threw it behind the pole. Finally got a bite, guys. It's 12-12. Been slow fishing docks, so I thought they weren't going to bite, and then how I changed the front hook. Like, I had a new haul. I thought that maybe the rocks doled it out. Like, I just can't catch anything today. This is sad. There we go. Fish on a jerk bait on the bridge. It's not big, but we caught one. Or we hooked one, I should say. Been losing them today. Finally, it's 12:26. Well, all I did today was eliminate a bunch of water. This is where I wanted to fish though, but ain't gonna happen. It's probably just a bad day to fish. This weekend they'll probably be killing here. I'm not catching them. I mean, it's a Wednesday. There's barely any boats on the lake. I should be killing it today. All I've heard all week is how good the bite is at Norman. They're killing it at Norman, seeing all these big weights caught. Ain't biting today, not for me. Just a little guy. Oh yeah. That'd be a better fish. I don't know. It's crazy how right when the wind starts blowing, these fish are actually biting. I mean, they probably were offshore all day. That's why I wasn't catching them up shallow. As soon as the wind, it was slick calm this morning. I mean, when you see calm on your weather, you might as well not go to Norman. Off the mud though, it'd still keep these fish up shallow. Clearly not. This fish might be a decent one. It's crazy how they eat a jerkbait in this color of water. Always tiny. Quick release, perfect. Well guys, day 2 of practice. Yesterday was a bust. It's probably a good thing because I really wanted to fish that area. It was really slow. So now I'm gonna finally try the bottom of the lake, see if that's any better. I really prefer the muddy water, but yesterday it seemed like they were offshore. Even though the water's muddy, it's cleared up some. The whole lake being muddy, there might be a lot of spots that push down here, maybe some big spots, hopefully even some big largemouth. Hopefully we can figure something out, because right now I have nothing to go on for Saturday. We'll see how it goes. I know you guys can't see anything, but there's a little topwater fish. I mean, he is tiny. Tiny, tiny. The water temperature's 75 here. It was 63 at Pinnacle yesterday when I started. It was 66 when I left. So you can't always go off the surface temperature. It's a lot, the water temperature is a lot different 3 foot down. But there's a little tiny guy. There's a good one, maybe. Yes, that's a good fish on spinnerbait. Oh my God, I can't. 18-incher. I can't keep nothing hooked. I mean, he short lined me, but good Lord, look what he did to that spinnerbait. Skinny fish, but he was long. Man, it's been good for the monthly. Dirt shallow up there. Golly. Dirt shallow where he should be. Gotta keep one hooked. Change colors, guys. I got tired of. Oh my gosh, that was a big fish. That was my fault. I should have netted him. He looked like a 15-inch largemouth. Then I get him at the kayak and he's 18-inch spot. Finally got one to get it. Change baits. It's fall. You need to throw a light bait. I love chrome, but you need a sunny day. But this water's dingy color. Golly! I mean, killed it right at the kayak. Not big at all, but we will take him. I mean, at the kayak. That's crazy. Way more fish down here, that's for sure. I only got one. One I shouldn't have caught was the one I caught. Should have lost him too. Yeah. That'll be 16 and a half. Golly. Talking about just destroyed it. And he come off, man. I cannot keep a fish hook. There we go. Stay hooked. That sounds like a largemouth, but I've been wrong a few times today. They bite it and just go straight at you. Look, it is a largemouth. He's hooked crazy. He's hooked in the side. Not even big enough. Seems like I gotta get in the wind to get a bite, but there's so much grass everywhere. That's the first one that ate it right up on the bank. Look at that fish, is how he's shaped. He's got a giant head and a tiny body. He's actually 15 and a half. Probably smaller than that. He's probably, he could be a 2.5 pounder at least if he had a little belly. Big head fish. I'm gonna stop losing these fish. These spots are hitting so close to the boat. I mean, it makes me want to put mono on. I know you guys are gonna say, like, I'll try mono. I've tried everything. Like, I went back and forth on it for years. Seems like braid and a soft action medium rod is the best thing to go with, but in the fall it's like they don't want to get it good. They want to smash it and just knock the bait out of the water. Maybe there's more than one. Well, I guess they're on docks now. With the shaky head. Little largemouth. Those grass got the largemouth down here. Well, largemouth are in the shade. fighting shaky heads apparently. 3 largemouth in a row. Come down here and catch spots. I'm catching largemouth. They're just not the kicker ones I need. That was the same fish. He bit it twice and he ain't coming back now. I might get hung up right there. That's a fish. That's probably a largemouth in the brush pile. Of course, he's not nearly as big, I don't think. I don't know how big that last one was because he's probably a largemouth. He ain't coming up. That last one was just covered in water. Damn, I made 10 casts in that brush pile. That is a shallow brush pile too. Is this a big fish maybe? Not pulling drags, I don't think so. Staying down. Not big. This is a hard fighting spot. Yeah. That one I lost was probably the same size, but man, they are in that brush pile. I thought for sure I was gonna get hung up. Every bite I got, they were biting it and just taking off. I mean, that fish won't do me much good in the Queen City. Like 16 or 15 3/4. I need fish over 18 inches, and that ain't gonna cut it. At least there's fish down here. I feel like I can actually catch fish here. I lost some good ones this morning, but I know those kicker fish are in the mud. You might get lucky and get like a 19-inch spot down here though. There we go, right on point where he should be. But that's a largemouth too. Just come, softly ate it. Not big. This is where all the largemouth are. F1's love this grass. Crazy how many largemouth I'm catching down here. It's a good sign. I like spots, but largemouth do get over 6 pounds. I'm just glad to get one on top. Little guy. Well, camera won't even go in. It's crazy. Every fish I'm catching down here is a largemouth. He's in the brush pile too. Took 10 casts to get him to bite. Full of largemouth down here. Now it's the opposite. It used to be all the spots were down here, all the largemouths were up the river. Guess all largemouths are down here now, but they're all small. Of course, camera wasn't even going, so who cares? Well, I literally just caught one, guys. I caught a spot, and this is another largemouth. Caught so many largemouth today, it's crazy. They're tiny. They're all like young of the year, probably. I think down here they can hide in that eelgrass and actually make it to 5 or 6 inches before they become predators. That grass is good for largemouth to survive when they're young. Wasn't even on the post. He's not big at all. They're in predictable spots. I like it. He's throwing up shad. I'm surprised they're so shallow. Look, there's a bluegill. He's eating bluegill too. There's tons of bluegill up shallow too. There's another little guy that's not going to help me. I need to figure out how to catch big fish. They're probably offshore. Well, another one, same spot, guys, right inside the kayak. A little bit better, but man, I can't get a real fish on shaky head. And they're in the shadiest spots. That makes it predictable to catch them, but everybody's going to throw a shaky head in the shady spots. At least I know how to catch fish, just not big ones. I feel like I need to catch big ones early on the top one. A lot of bass. Just had to get in the breeze, I guess. Largemouth must be in the calm water. I mean, he bit it right at the boat. Still swallowed it. If I catch more swim bait, biting it right. I have to remove it a little bit. Golly, hooked a sail. There's a topwater fish. He's about to get off. They're fun on top, even if they're that size. He didn't get the fight. He's probably about to go nuts. There's his mouth's pinned. At least I'm catching fish. Last few trips have been tough, so just catching fish is fun. Largemouth out here with the spots. There's a school of them out here. You guys missed the last one. I had one eat the shaky head as soon as it hit the water, so I put on the swim bait now, and then there's the largemouth. Actually just had a time. It just soaked me. Open your mouth. Actually just lost a tiny largemouth on the walkway here too. There he goes, he unhooked himself. That's the most largemouth I've caught outside the spring at Norman. I just wanted a shaky head. Not big. Just threw a swim bait through there. They're just on the stupid shaky head. I don't know if they can see the swim bait that good, but they're sitting right on these posts. The shaky head's perfect for them. These dang spots are so strong. This is not a big fish at all. At all. He's fighting like he's a dang whale.
Well guys, practice is over. I guess I'm just gonna wing it and go down the Blythe. I mean, I caught way more fish down there, but the size was lacking. I lost some nice fish though real early in the morning. I still feel like the tournament's gonna be one up in the muddy water. I mean, I know there's some big fish up there, just way less fish. It's only a 4-fish limit. Really don't think I'm gonna win it on shaky head. Probably need to throw that whopper plopper, try to catch some big ones on top water. That seems to be how I catch them this time of year. Hopefully catch 4 big ones and win it tomorrow, but thanks for watching. We'll see you next on NC Bassing.